right now we're getting closer and closer. You guys should just wait for a signal. And I must tell you that the ground is ripe. Across the world, Zimbabweans are desperate. We are waiting for a signal, but the signal is coming. They said relaxing chill is coming. And in fact, there's a lot that's going to be happening in the country. And I'm telling you, Mnangagwa, as much as he's desperate and is trying to buy time, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. It's over. It's too late. It's too late. The people have had enough. They're boiling as we speak. They want change in the country. They want to have conversations. So just to remind you that the Geza revolution is definitely, is alive and kicking. I must also tell you that Geza is safe. He's 150% safe, okay? All the lies that he has ran out of the country is just Mnangagwa's counterintelligence from Temu that are busy lying because they're trying to send a message so you guys can be afraid, but there's nothing to be afraid of. I must also tell you that they tried to actually summon the journalist that has been working very closely with Geza, that is Blessed Mutlanga. So when they saw the response, immediately they withdrew their summons. So I want to tell you that he's also fine right now. He's cool. Everything is 150%. I want to know that we're going to be listening to Mnangagwa later on. His support for Wikino Shiva. Their wife is well. I heard that she's desperate to save their husband. So she's been begging CHIWENGA to say, hey, sir, please try. Unfortunately, everything is just too late. It's too late. A lot of things went wrong in the country that no one is interested. Zimbabweans wants to move forward. It's just that season. All right, I know some of you just passed through the channel, okay, for the first time. I'm going to ask you guys just like and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Okay, ring the bell. It's very important because we are heading towards the most sensitive time of our life. And every Zimbabwean need to come to the conversation. Is that time you cannot afford to be on mute, because once you're on mute, there's no reason for complaining because you never say anything. Guys, we have platform to a point where, you see, our social media has pulled Mnangagwa to a point where he wants to speak to DJ Ola. You see, that's when you not know how powerful social media is. The president now wants to have a conversation with DJ Ola. I'm smart. No, we were 20 steps ahead. Under budget, but ahead of schedule. You understand? I'm going to repeat, under budget, but ahead of schedule. Because, Mnangagwa, he used this financial muscle. No, we can be under budget, but I can tell you, ahead of schedule. So, yeah, the Geza resolution, hashtag the Geza revolution is coming. It's going to be wild in the country. Zimbabweans want their life back. I must also say that you should never outsource your struggle or your life to politicians. I'm going to get into detail a little bit later on, but I want to just remind you, there is no reason. You should never. Don't do that. Focus on freeing your life. All right, now Majana Jairus, he said Mnangagwa, his sons and cronies are jittery at 6s and 7s. While it is too late, the ship has sailed. Commander Comrade Geza will appear for the last time ever. Chotocha, then it Tozoaona, Munyu Zimbabwe. I've told you that this coming independence is going to be different. Fellow Zimbabweans, hakuna no sara, most dakuti we gave you false hope. No, it's up to you, but you rush. As we said, the signal is up. We are good to go. Mnangagwa must leave. Him, his family, every thug in the country needs to be behind bars. We are not playing, we mean business. Our destiny has been ruined by individuals who hold us at ransom. I want to remind you, just to give you a background of why most of politicians are quiet. And when I say that, I'm talking about members of parliament, individuals. Some of them are sitting in parliament. They say they're defending the people. I don't know what they're defending, but that's what they're saying. Do not forget that most of the MPs were given $40,000 by Mnangagwa. Okay, they were given 40,000. That is a dead. No, it was a hook. It's a game. For Mnangagwa, it's always about finances. I'm playing. You will loot money from us, the country, from the state, and they use that money against the very same people that have worked for the money. Don't forget, the taxpayers' money is our money, so we deserve accountability. And then also the judges were given $400,000. I love to convert this money in rands because it's easier. So for the MPs, they were all given 740,000 in rands. Okay, each. Remember, each one of them got 740,000. That's a lot of money. If I get that money, I'll do something with it. And I can tell I can multiply it. We also look at the judges. The judges were given 7.3 million. Okay, these are judges in the country. Why are you surprised that there's chaos in the judiciary today? We look at the ministers. The ministers were given $350,000, which is almost, it is equal to about 6.4 in million rand. Okay, you know what can 6.4 million does to a person? Do you understand? They were just given. And allegations were the market went crazy in the property market, to be specific, because of the judges that were looking for houses. So it's all you playing his game. Mnangagwa play games with our lives. He loves to play Juga with people's destiny. For him, it's a game, right? That's one of the reasons why we are in this predicament today. But relax, we will deal with that. We are very much awake and we are focused. So just to remind you that Mnangagwa takes Zimbabweans for fools, like I've always been saying. And I also remind you that we are living in a mental institution. Zimbabweans, whether we like it or not, it's a mental institution. I love the way that Tendai put it across. He said for some reason, we are just in this illusion world. I don't know for those that have been following me for quite some time now. You know, I've been very specific and clear about how Zimbabwe is being run. There's just something uniquely disturbing about this country. It's like we are living in our own world where no one else exists. We have been forced to all enroll in a mental institution by force. Okay, we are forced to enroll in a mental institution. I must tell you, and I agree with Komich, because Komich said almost 40% of Zimbabweans today are mentally ill. 40% of Zimbabweans that are in Zimbabwe today are mentally ill. Who brought all those sickness? Mnangagwa and his regime. They voluntarily or intentionally so planting a seed of disturbance. I mean, hooking young people drugs. It was intentional to make sure that they're in control. Because when a person is intoxicated, tell me, what can he do with his life? None whatsoever. You can control, you can manipulate all you want. And all these issues are on record. It's very sad to watch, but that is the regime of Mnangagwa. Now I want you to listen to Tendai Biti, please. Who said it for some reason? This guy is just in his own world. That's why I said earlier on, we all have been enrolled in a mental institution. We are dealing with psychopaths. Not normal people, I'm talking about psychopaths who are running our destinies to the pit. And we are not going to allow that. We are standing firm and defend our peace. Take a listen, please.
The thing with the disease called power is that left unchecked, it's a dangerous disease. It's a drug.
Please confirm you can hear me well, please.
Corrupts you absolutely. In fact, I would say it's not absolute power that corrupts you absolutely. It's the illusion of power. Mnangagwa might be the president of the country, but he's a weak man. He's a weak man. He's an absolutely weak man, objectively and subjectively.
No sounds.
The economy is in this mess because he's a weak man. He has failed to change it. 4 million Zimbabweans are in the diaspora because we've got weak men who have been running us since 1980. But the problem with weak men now, they are weak, strong men. In that space that they occupy, they become big. So they are weak, big men. And weak, big men are dangerous. There's a president somewhere who runs a powerful country who is a weak, big man because he doesn't know the power he has. And he doesn't know that governance is not by executive orders and power. It's through soft power.
Do you hear that? Mnangagwa kind of running the country in a different world. He does what he wants, okay? With all the failures, this man came in 2017 from exile though, and he found himself at the front. He has not done nothing in the country except building a statue and the corruption. He is one of the most corrupt men to a point where he defends a thug, okay? A guy that is, everyone knows that this guy is a thug, but he will say, no, he's a philanthropist in his world, okay? We'll hear about that a little bit later, because he does his dirty work. And here we are sitting as a people just watching this man taking us to the dungeon. We are going absolutely nowhere. Zimbabweans, we are getting worse by day, okay? We are getting worse and worse and worse. But he believes that he can still sit in that chair, just taking us nowhere. We are not going to allow Mnangagwa to waste our time. Like I mentioned, the Gaza revolution is alive and well, and we are going to take back our sanity from this regime. We will take back our peace, whether they like it or not. This time, we are head on. We are not playing. We mean business. And I want to read what Ruvibo said. He said, narcissists have this special ability to gaslight in the midst of damning evidence. I mean, I'm not saying it's what ED is doing, but I do have a question. Have we ever seen ED say one thing and then done another? From one of the postages, you discuss one thing, and next thing he does, and he goes and does another thing. There's also what's called the art of misdirection. He has to address this because it is gaining traction. This message is not for the Zimbabwean people, but instead for the international players. Mnangagwa don't realize that he's not only dealing with the people that has played the games for far too long. He's the stooges, which includes some of them in the parliament, but he's dealing with the well-educated people who are so much exposed, who no longer take no nonsense. They know what they want and they're clear. This guy is a deceiver. Even his family as well, his children are deceivers. It's on record that the wife took $60 million, okay? She moved around the country cooking masonjga, and we all know that masonjga in Zimbabwe you can buy like for nothing, literally, for nothing. So he moved around, the wife moved around the country, cooked those meals after taking $60 million, guys. That's a lot of money. $60 million. $60 million. How many is that in rands? I dare you. I'm crazy, like for real. 60 million rands, it's almost, it's almost 1 trillion, 1.1 trillion if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's the amount that she took from the state. Just go around and gallivant, it means the money was just going into their pockets. The going around the country was to woodwink people, giving my blankets to China and people for free. And that plastic rice, a cup of plastic rice to the Zimbabwean people. Zimbabweans are being treated like nothing by Mnangagwa. Do you know, the same station where he's claiming that he's not going to remain in power, he forgets that the same station wrote recently that presidential term is essential to sail through. Okay, so what is this guy trying to do? That's why I've said early on, he has enrolled Zimbabweans in a mental institution. We are just going back and forth. We don't know if we are standing or we are moving, or what are we doing? There is no vision. There's no plan. There's no roadmap. It's just shenanigans after shenanigans and after shenanigans. Now 600 people just joining us here. Okay, just do a sister, like just bless me, okay? You don't have to put the man out, just like the live. All of y'all, just thumbs up the video because it's going to push algorithm so others can come through. I am desperate to see millions of Zimbabweans joining in. My reasons are clear. Once you do not contribute, do not complain tomorrow, because this people can wake up and do anything. And then don't come around and start shouting and be screaming and be angry. We are saying come through, let's discuss, let's come up with a plan. How can we reshape our society? Wapo Chingono said, I ignored President Emmerson Mnangagwa's meeting with Zimbabwe's editors until I noticed something online. The president of Zimbabwe held a press conference yesterday where he declared that he did not want a third term or an extension of his tenure beyond 2028, contrary to what his cabinet allies are saying. He might as well not have held the press conference because Zimbabwe's state-owned and only a terrestrial television station in the country was informing its audience that the constitutional amendment to extend the presidential term limit would sail through parliament. As Mnangagwa made his remarks on ZBC TV, also reminded the nation via a news ticker, as shown in the attached picture, that the amendment was set to go ahead. It is worth knowing that ZBC is run by the president's allies, his clansmen, Nick Mangwana and Jen Van Mswere. It is said that while all these political games are ongoing, hospitals have no drugs, supermarkets are shutting down, there is no clean drinking water in the cities, and no electricity. Unemployment is at 95% with the highest inflation in the world. So the guy is dancing, playing juga with our destiny. I don't know what to say as far as Mnangagwa's nonsense is concerned. Because I would look squarely in his eyes and say, gone are the days of playing your games and all the tactics. We're not interested in gimmicks. We want a nation that functions. We, this Gen Z, this generation, we do not have time to waste. We want to see a plan in place. We want a vision in place. Where are we really going with this thing? That's why I've been very, very clear. I've heard there's a guy here, I think you remember me praising him. His name is Nyoka Mabunu. I heard that the guy is trending in social media platforms where he's talking about, no, we want CHIWENGA to be, to sit there in the chair. CHIWENGA to be doing things there. He's the one that is going to take in the throne. I'm sitting on the other side. I'm like, ew, sir, Mr. Nyoka Mabunu, I thought you had a plan. Okay, you actually don't even have a plan. You actually don't even know what Zimbabweans want. Zimbabweans are not interested in who become the president more than they're interested in living in a normal country. What is it that CHIWENGA hasn't planned to fix the country is the most important thing. And I've been saying, under normal circumstances, I'm expecting journalists now to sit down with CHIWENGA to give us a plan. Where is it? Where does he want to take this country to? I'm not buying the shenanigans of saying, oh no, that someone is just left and someone is just taking over the... Guys, we have passed that part. We have passed that. Zimbabweans, we cannot afford to go around the circle for centuries, decades, just like crazy people. We need a plan in place. We are tired of being manipulated, abused, tortured by politicians. We need to know where we are going. Guys, the Gen Z in Kenya didn't care about politicians. They wanted a functioning country. They wanted, from that time, right now, even this Ruto guy knows that he's not going to come back in that office anymore. It's done and it's closed. People expect a new person who are capable. It's time, Zimbabweans, we demand a normal society. It's not about whether who takes the reins. It's about, are you capable? Show us the plan. Not because you know so and so, and all of a sudden you're just going to go there. Guys, listen, most of these politicians are living good lives. I can guarantee you. I told you earlier on, these guys were given man cash, hard cash. Okay? No tax, nothing, just go home and spend. At whose expense? Your expense and my expense. I'm asking you, we need to start demanding accountability, demanding a functional country, demanding a country that is run by men and women of integrity, women and women who are servants. I'm not expecting the nonsense of Mnangagwa acting like a god. He is not a god of Zimbabwe, and he must know that him and his family do not own Zimbabwe, and they do not even own our lives. We are in this world. The land of Zimbabwe, it belongs to our forefathers. It's the land that God gives us. The blessings of the minerals that came from God, they gave us. So for Mnangagwa to think he can come here and demand to keep on sitting in the chair and why is he not delivering nothing is a joke. Mnangagwa must go. He is not capable to serving the people. We might as well not have no one in that seat than to have a person who's not capable to deliver. It's not, we can't negotiate on that. It is what it is. Now moving on, Set Free Nera say, he wrote a message to Mnangagwa and said, Dear Mnangagwa, I listened to your speech. And one thing I took note of is the fact that you think Zimbabweans are stupid and daft. You see, we know what you have been up to and what you are up to. You and your minions have been working tirelessly for term extension. Not the minions, it's like 1,000. They're just few people, they're not much. For extension, so that you stay in office beyond your stipulated term. Everyone knows your pre-K 2030 best meetings where you discuss all these issues. All those people who include government ministers chanting your 2030 plan are not mad. They are just like the guys you left to hang over the Dinkan meeting. You are willing to put them under the bus if your plan fails, which explains why you have mostly stupid people running with your agenda. Here is some good advice. Stop promoting nonsense and be the first president who walks out of the office graciously in Zimbabwe. Don't leave a bad legacy. You already have enough of that, which I agree. 2028 be gone as per the constitution of Zimbabwe, please. Of which I disagree. I'm not waiting for 2028. I want Mnangagwa to leave now. 2028, I don't want to hear about 2028. It's way too far. The guy is not capable. The guy has no plan. Even I heard that this guy suffer from dementia. You know, it's on record. You heard Kasukure say that on HSTV, that he's not feeling well. We can see the guy could ask a question and say, do we even have trains from Mozambique to Zimbabwe? I'm asking myself, you are a president, to cry out loud. This guy don't even know if we have clean water at home. He doesn't even know if we have electricity. Surely he is not capable. Let him go home and rest. Let's do what's right for the country, not what's right for him. Look, you guys have seen the houses that they were claimed that they've built for the war vets. You know, those toilets that you saw yesterday that were circulating on social media. What an embarrassment. What a shame. In other countries, war vets are being treated like top class, like guys, first class war vets. These guys will live luxury life to the end. But in Zimbabwe, they are being given like toilets Okay, the pit latrine in the rural areas. This is what the guys are. The pit latrines are better because some people actually build very good toilets. Guys, the level of disrespect from Mnangagwa's regime is beyond words. Look at the hospitals. Did you guys saw the guys that were part of that got involved in the accident recently, and they were in a hospital having cardboard boxes? Okay, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars are leaving the country every year. Millions of dollars are leaving the country through illicit financial flows every month. And all that money that is leaving the country, Mnangagwa's name is always part of those reports. Kudata Gure at the forefront of all the corruption, because he fronts Mnangagwa. That's one of the reasons why he stood yesterday in support with Chiwaenga. And we know he's all doing Mnangagwa's bid. We know that it's on record. He said it. He said, oh, this is for ZANU-PF. And who is the leader of ZANU-PF currently? It's Mnangagwa. Why he didn't come out and say, don't lie, don't drag my name into a mess? No, he never did it. So he's just playing the dirty games. He looks at Zimbabweans like we are the most stupid people. He forgets that, no, we went to school. Actually, we know what we are talking about. That's why I want them to know. I'm much aware their people are right here, right now. They're watching me and they listen to all that we're saying. Good. Take the information as it is. Do not edit it. Let Mnangagwa hear me speaking. We are not going to be played any longer. We want him to go. He's a waste of time. I mentioned it earlier on. He's not fit for the job. Kasugure said he's suffering from dementia. Those people that are surrounding him have been saying it. That's the problem of Zimbabweans. Deception and being untrustworthy. And as much as you said you're afraid of him, you should be able to stand for the truth. If the guy isn't capable, say it. He is not capable. He's not feeling quite well and he needs to go. And then all you are doing is gossip. It's nonsense. Tell him, sir, you are not capable of doing the job. Auxillia Mnangagwa, the wife, is deceptive as the husband. The children are worse. They think they are better than other Zimbabweans, but they are not. They're simply human beings. These guys waste money to nothing. If you see the son that goes to work driving a Rolls Royce, just a mere soldier, he's not even a general at all. The generals can't even afford that car, but he does. You know what? They're looting all the minerals, marrying as many women as they want in town. When money is too much? Kana Maria Wandisa, you act like a fool. You do all manner of nonsense. That's exactly who they are. The wife is, like I mentioned, deceptive to the core. Now, there are reports that literally, I think before I read the report of here going to the Chinese embassy, begging that CHIWENGA can actually be able to pull Mnangagwa to the 2020. I'm not buying that thing. But I want you to take a listen to Mnangagwa defending Wikino Chiwaenga. Emerson Mnangagwa defending Wikino Chiwaenga. I don't understand that part. I really don't. I don't. Take a listen, please.
Regarding issue with Chiwaenga, there's a lot of speculation around zvese zvaanenge achiita. Vamwe vanenge vachiti ifront yapresident.
Ifront?
Yes. Ndimuri vatuma.
My front. You see, I see it abundantly. I don't see it.
So this issue has been very topical in our community.
Okay.
Issue yekuti zvinonzi mari yashaniwa nepi, vamwe vachiti no imari ndipresident vanenge vamutuma. So taida kunzwa kwamuri.
Explain yourself. Vanotuma kudini?
Zvakuita zvese zvachingopa vanhu mota nekupa vanhu.
Undenda mba mari yacho. Ndaona
no.
So find out first where you think I get the money to give you, to give people, rather than wasting my time about somebody losing his money. So you can't bother me about somebody who is philanthropic. Yonanga achiba kuda yaituma mapurisa kana kuna asata vanenge abigwa, please report.
Okay, the word philanthropic is quite an interesting one because, it's Mnangagwa now that why would I bother about Wikino Chiwaenga when it's just being philanthropic? So the wife, remember, also she calls herself a philanthropic person. It's like they don't even know what these words really means, okay? How can a person be philanthropic when he got a tender to fix electricity and he never did nothing? These guys have been getting a lot of tenders, which include the ZEC tender that caused a lot of tears. That brought us to where we are today. And he walked away with millions of dollars. It's on record, okay? And he says he's philanthropic. A president is moving around with a guy that is being accused of corruption. That's one of the reasons why Ruto is going to go, because even in Kenya as well, he's all over the place with the Ruto. Okay. Does that sound like a president, a person who's genuinely serious to build a country, who's telling you to say, no, you can't ask me that question. A person can do whatever they want with their money. A president, okay, in 2025, Zimbabweans, we need to introspect. Do we deserve Mnangagwa right now? We don't deserve, I don't deserve this man. I don't know if you guys deserve, but I don't deserve him. And I'm clear. So now these reports that, Auxillia, remember Mnangagwa came out and said, no, I don't want the third term. Okay, I don't care about that. I'm going to leave earlier and all manner of things. What he's doing is he's buying time. That's his goal. He wants to buy time. Number one, he's going to go after those that actually spoke in ZANU-PF. You know, that's who he is. Because he thinks he's so smart. They think this family think they are so smart. They can get away with anything. That's what they believe in, okay? So now the wife is out here at the Chinese embassy. Don't forget that CHIWENGA once been sick. And China was able to actually treat him. And he came back. So definitely there is a relationship between CHIWENGA and China. Very close. Even the wife of CHIWENGA also wants to say that she studied in China. That will show you that, no, there is a very tight relationship. So Auxillia is going to the embassy, asking the ambassador to speak with CHIWENGA, so that CHIWENGA can be merciful and gracious towards Mnangagwa, because they can hear this war Geza revolution. Don't forget the Geza revolution that is alive and well. Okay, they know that anything can happen in the country and things are not going to look good. But if CHIWENGA can be on their side, he can be gracious and merciful. But let me put this on record before I actually read the article. We are not living for CHIWENGA. Let me put that very clearly. I'm not going to buy these shenanigans of Zimbabweans, of bootlicking, and I'm not a bootlicker. And even CHIWENGA should understand that once he's surrounded by bootlickers, he's heading for failure. Okay, as a leader, you must never embrace bootlickers. You must be in a position to lead people freely. Okay, so if anyone thinks that CHIWENGA can come and tell you what we should do to accommodate Mnangagwa, no, they're playing games. Because we know CHIWENGA is living his life, a very good life though, flying all around the world, okay, doing whatever he wants. And I bless him for that. Okay, so it's Mnangagwa. The people that are suffering are out there. And these people are going to defend their peace. They're going to defend their purpose. They've been robbed of a beautiful life by thugs, crooks in this country. Yes, we know he's on record. He spoke against corruption. I'm with him on that. But we must also put it on record that we are not going to bootlick people. We want leaders who are servants. Anyone, be it CHIWENGA, be it Chamisa, Kasukwere, Chapman, any person who wants to come here, the military, whoever it is, who may want to take the reins in Zimbabwe, let me put it on record. You are not our God. You are a servant. So if you know in your heart that I'm not a servant, don't try it. Don't try. Sit in your house and do your thing. But once you come through and say, I want to be your president, everyone is expecting you to respect them. So we are tired of dealing with people who think they are gods. We don't want that. We want the real servants who are there to serve the people of Zimbabwe. If you don't have those characteristics, what is the point? So let me read the article that I saw. That breaking exclusive alert. Mnangagwa sends Auxillia to Chinese ambassador to facilitate peace with CHIWENGA in fear of Gaddafi-style ouster from the power, OPC officials. President Emmerson Mnangagwa recently asked his wife to talk to China's ambassador in Zimbabwe, Zhou Jing, to deal with Beijing, to play a peacemaker role between him and his vice president, Constantino CHIWENGA, so that he is eased from power by the VP without violence and humiliation. Auxilia met Jing last week as per office and made the plea, which was given a right in a signed letter by Mnangagwa. ED in the letter also allegedly asked Beijing to ensure that he receives the clemency from the Zimbabwean military establishment, and ED is in the letter. Okay. Receives clemency from the Zimbabwean military establishment, and that they allow his family to leave the country in peace for exile. So good afternoon, President. And I'm sitting, I'm like, okay, I don't know if this letter is true, or because guys, there are a lot of letters that are just flying around. There's a lot of information that is flying around. There's some people that I heard even saying that the elections are going to be muted for 10 years. And these guys are being sent by individuals with interest. So that Zimbabweans will be prepared for something that is just so strange. I am saying to the Zimbabwean people, don't be hoodwinked by any other people who are saying whatever they want on social media. Bear in mind, what we are pursuing is a Zimbabwean freedom. It's not a politician freedom. Okay, there's a difference there. So even if politicians can stay at home, it's okay. That's all right. We understand that they don't have to be part and parcel of this movement. We are claiming back our sanity from politicians and from anyone who does anything that is contrary to what we believe in. We are expecting to have a country that functions with respect, honor, humility. Okay. We want prosperity. We want men and women of integrity. I'm not saying politicians. You must know that you are a woman or a man of integrity. If you do not embody those qualities, forget it. So I do not like this superiority complex that people are trying to sell to us. I'm not interested in that. I'm not a bootlicker. In fact, I don't think Zimbabweans are even interested in bootlickers at all. They're not even interested in bootlicking anyone. The new Zimbabwe that is coming is for sevens. Okay, I repeat, if you do not embody qualities of servanthood, stay at home. Try something else. Try another business. It's not a place to loot. It's not a place to know a friend and say, no, I know where is my body. It's not that place. It's not that place. This time we are head on. It's not a time where people are going to be muted and be silenced. We're not buying that. We are going to demand to have a country that is run by classy men and women. I'm saying, when I say classy, I mean classy. All these shenanigans of mental illness and all manner of nonsense, we don't have time for that. We want a plan that works. Okay, we want a roadmap. Where are we going? What are you there to deliver? And we are going to monitor your work. Okay, intentionally so, notwithstanding your position. So if that does not suit you, then please stay at home. Try something else. You can say, run a business, whatever. Because if you think you can come to loot in the wrong place, looters, this is not the time. We are tired of being abused. Tendai Mnangagwa said, ED trying to pass off Wicknell as a genuine businessman and a philanthropist is as daft as it gets. It's heartbreaking to imagine this guy is actually the president of a whole country with 15 million people who look up to him. This is tragic. I agree. A president of a country, he stands as a role model. What are we learning from Mnangagwa? I have none. Zero out. None out. I'm a person who believes in men and women of class and integrity. If you don't embody those qualities, with me, you're out. I don't care your name. I don't care how you look. We're done. Mnangagwa don't have nothing that I can. This guy, first and foremost, all the evil that happened in the country, okay, under his watch, maybe even his hands were part and parcel of that. To me, it's disturbing. That's one of the reasons why Zimbabwe will never know peace until Mnangagwa leave the seat. And until the country goes through the cleansing process, and there must be healing in the nation. Truth telling, not lies, not sweeping things under the rug, deceiving people, hoodwinking people. That doesn't cut. Playing gimmicks. That time is gone. You cannot build a country on lies. It doesn't work. There's ZANU-PF people who also will send us, they said we can't spend days justifying the use of cardboard box on injured people in a hospital. These are ZANU-PF people who are also fed up of Mnangagwa. Any explanation whatsoever may sound inconsiderate of the masses we lead. Our party is alive to what has to be done in the health sector. At People's Conference in October last year, we came up with, so I'm going to tell you the gaslighting. We came up with several resolutions focusing on improvement of health care as follows. Number 58 resolution was adequately stock all health facilities with essential drugs and equipment. Resolution 59, capacitate all provincial or district hospitals with ambulance, and resolution 68, 74 and 76. So I must say this to you. It's a lie. Okay, the last time I checked, you spoke about air ambulances. Guys, anyone who had a family member who once been airlifted to the hospital, please lift up your hands. Confirm in the comment section. Anybody. Okay, so I've never seen any whatsoever. Okay, I've never had anybody, even a neighbor, who once been airlifted to the hospital. But they spend millions of dollars on those air ambulances. None whatsoever. The buses they brought in the country, Zupco, lots of buses. No one knows where the buses is. It's playing gambling with people's lives. The deception, the lies. These guys deserve to burn in hell. They deserve to burn in hell. That's all I can say. Because guys, it's, I'm not saying people can say, oh no, politicians are just all lies. I get that part. But in the Zimbabwean situation, this is bigger than what we can ever imagine. These guys are evil. They are worse than Satan. You know the devil, Lucifer. You know the one that ran to from? Yes. These people within the government of Zimbabwe are worse than the devil, Satan. These ones. They are worse. They are the most wicked people I've never witnessed in my entire life. Never. They have no conscience. They don't feel nothing about the actions. They actually think that they can even force Zimbabweans to keep them in the positions. That's what they think. They can force, okay? They can force Zimbabweans. Kudzamuti is another staunch supporter of Mnangagwa, but I think he's not trying to pull, he doesn't want to be part of that nonsense. He said it's as simple as that. It's indefensible. There are people tasked with ensuring that their hospitals are well run. They can't be defended, they must be held accountable. That hospital has management, the ministry has a permanent secretary, a minister who need 9 months to buy cancer machines. That's enough evidence of their incompetence and lack of care for the people. The country has Mutuli Ngube, who is taxing citizens to death, but taking the money to pay beneficiaries of colonial plunder instead of funding the welfare of Zimbabweans. Those are the people who must defend their own horrible decisions and incompetence. Simple as that. And I also want to ask you a question. Did you guys saw the schedule and the names of the people who are actually being given money? Did you see the bank accounts where the money was transferred to? I can guarantee you this money just went into their pockets. I know the money went into their pockets. These guys are liars. They lie through their teeth. They don't feel nothing. If one day the truth will come out, the money went to their pocket. Do not forget, they once borrowed money they borrowed money and they said, no, this money is going to the Mutapa, sovereign fund. And immediately, almost 1.6 billion went out of the fund and went to their bank accounts. That was specifically Kuvimba. That is being managed by Kudata Gwire. That's why people were saying Kuda must be arrested. Kudata Gwire must go to prison. And I agree with them. This guy is a deceiver. Recently, he was talking to people, no, we need to start building churches. Guys, do not manipulate the Church of Jesus Christ. Don't use the name of God in vain. And I think that's one of the reasons why these people are going to be punished by God, because they've lied for so long. And whenever they lie, they drag God into their shenanigans. Because they know Zimbabweans are saying they're a Christian nation. So for that reason, they use that against the people. People can be deceived plain blank. Managed by some fake prophets online today that are just lying to the people, because that's what you guys want to hear. You want to hear all manner of all prophets. Listen, there's no prophets that surpasses. You take full responsibility of your destiny. There's no prophets that can surpass that. I'm a full-blown lover of Jesus Christ, Holy Ghost filled. I can hear God speaks, but I guarantee you, I know there's time where I pray, and there's time where I ask God for the grace to take action. And in this era in a Zimbabwean community, we are in a season where we are going to take action. We will ask God to go before us and make all the crooked ways straight. That's what we're doing now. But we are taking action, notwithstanding all the prophets online that are trying to massage you, pacifying you, just to make you guys chill and really relax. Listen, I said I'm Holy Ghost filled. I can hear God speaks. In this era, in 2025, I will take back my sanity from this evil regime. I will take back my peace. I will take back my money they've looted for decades. I have worked for years. Okay, I'm going to take everything that they've taken from me as Rumbi, as a person. I want everything, including my mental health, my sanity, my peace, my glory, my time with family. Everything that they have taken away from me, I want it back. That's me. So if you want to be smiling and be laughing at them, that's your own issues. If you think you're going to be praying and be doing nothing, that's your problem. There's time we'll pray, there's time we'll take action. And this time, we are taking action. Against this evil regime, we want our sanity back. And Mnangagwa need to hear, I'm not even bothered at all. All these things that would threaten people. Listen, the time of threatening everyone is gone. The military are suffering. The police are suffering. All Zimbabweans are suffering, except the thugs. My criminals are the only people that are eating in the country. And it's time is over for being abused. We are taking back our lives. Join in and do what's right. Do not worry about the politics. Some people are saying, hey, Chamisa, leave Chamisa alone. Chamisa is not your God. Okay. Chamisa is an individual. He can do whatever he wants. Either he's going to go to the streets or he doesn't, or whatever he wants to do, that's his own problem. You must take responsibility of your life, because what if Chamisa wakes up tomorrow, going somewhere, and he's no longer, what, he doesn't want to be in politics? What are you going to do? You're going to be stuck in life? Take responsibility of your life. Yes, you can see. One thing that I respect South Africans for, listen, they don't care whether a politician is here. Once there is a problem, you see them on the street. They don't question. You will see them on the street. Women's League. Once a man abuses a woman, you will see the Women's League, even in court. Right now, there's a story that is trending of a club that has been abusing young boys. A club that's been... People, the very same night, there were people already being busy there protesting outside the club. Today, they closed the entire club. That's the Zimbabwe we want, where we take action, not waiting for a politician to come and say, go this way, go that way. We are done. We have done everything in our power. Supporting this electoral process, they failed us. We might as well have a foundation of our demands, and then we can also start talking about who wants to play in politics. But guys, literally, I am fed up. I'm fed up of the back and forth. I want this country to work, but I genuinely believe it can only work when you and I take full responsibility of our destiny. Not someone else. You and I, we will take full responsibility. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section, but I'm sorry to say this. We cannot afford to be abused by Mnangagwa any longer. His children are living large, guys. When you see kids marrying different women, it's good life. It's good money. Because women who come with this money, they're not in love. It's all about the money. And we all know that, right? They're living large, doing as they please. Most of these politicians are living good lives, I can guarantee you. I remember talking to someone recently who said to me, you'll be shocked. Some of the apartments these girls are staying, these politicians, you'll be shocked. They drive expensive cars. You know why? Where's the money coming from? From the people. It's our taxpayers' money. But what about our people? What are they going through? Poverty and poverty and poverty. It's time you and I take full responsibility of our destiny. This country needs to work. I'm not interested in all the shenanigans. We are fed up. Okay, you understand me? We are just fed up. We have been very nice, accommodating, patient, humble enough. This time, we want our sanity back. Zimbabwe will function and Zimbabwe will work again. We are not going to be living like animals. No water. People are begging every time Zimbabweans suffer. Our people, market box, market box. In 2025, in a country that is filthy rich, but foreigners, Chinese people are looting everything. If you go to China today, top class, they are looting everything. But what our people are suffering? How many people are owning original diamond ring, diamond chain, whatever you are? How many people are owning one? None whatsoever. But we have diamonds. Billions of dollars of diamonds are leaving the country. Gold, pure gold. How many of you are owning one? None whatsoever, majority of you. But we have billions of dollars that are leaving the country. It means we don't deserve good things. But the people that are outside, they deserve them. So we get used and abused for the benefit of other people. Surely, Zimbabweans, we cannot take this any longer. We must hold hands and say it is enough. We want our lives back. Enough. Mnangagwa. I would address Mnangagwa and say, sir, just live in peace. Please live peacefully if you want good for yourself. Because I'm not interested. I don't find out what you want to do at the age of 83. You have no vision. You have nothing. We gave you 7 years of our life and we come out with nothing. Even we lost a lot. So what are we keeping you for? Just for you to be called a president, just roaming around the street to be called a president. You were out there, what did you bring back? None whatsoever. Guys, Zimbabweans, let us not be so dumb like that. We must take our lives back. They like it or not. This time, we want our life back. And we will take it back. It's no longer a funny thing. We're not discussing. It's not a joke. We're not interested in all the gimmicks. Taneta nema drama and you takuda life here back. Please. I love you guys. I bless you. Okay? Share some love wherever you are. Be ready. Wait for a signal. The Gaza revolution is alive and wow. Don't be fooled by anyone who's coming with their stories. Don't listen to that nonsense. We will decide what works for Zimbabwe. People are having their good lives and while our people suffer. It's enough. We want our life back. Tell me, guys, what you think in the comment section. That's all I can tell you right now. Okay, it's enough. We deserve better. Okay, like for us as women, my ladies, We want our femininity back. We want our femininity back. You have taken away. Men need to get their masculinity back, okay? Not the poverty mentality. No, no, no. It's enough. We want our families back. Tapeza nemi, Achada, we are done. We want our lives back. That's all I can say. So guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. But say it respectfully because they read your comments and they must read your comments. That's why Mnangagwa is desperate now. He wants to go DJ Ola. You see, the guy is done, man. Sir, just live peacefully. That's all I can say. We don't have to discuss anything. Okay? So you must know that I love you. Bless you. That's all right. Don't put your hand anywhere. It's 2030, right? I love you guys. Okay. Just spread the fire of love everywhere you are. Okay. Let's love each other. I'll see you later. Bye for now. All right. That's all right.